Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into what happens to your body when you stop drinking coffee, minute by minute. We're talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly of caffeine withdrawal. If you're thinking about quitting caffeine, this video is for you. We'll break down exactly what's going on in your body when you say no to that morning cup of joe hour by hour. It can be a tough journey, but understanding the science behind it can make it a little bit easier. So grab your favorite beverage, decaf of course, and let's get started. So, you've decided to ditch the coffee. You're feeling pretty good about your decision, right? And you know what? You should. In these initial 10 minutes, you probably won't feel much different than usual. That's because your body is still processing the last bit of caffeine you consumed. Think of it like this: your body's still riding that caffeine wave. You might even feel energized and focused, but don't be fooled, the effects are going to wear off soon enough. It's like a slow descent from a caffeine high. The important thing to remember is that everyone metabolizes caffeine differently. Factors like your age, weight, metabolism, and even genetics can play a role in how quickly your body processes caffeine. So, while some people might start feeling the effects of withdrawal sooner, others might not notice anything for a while. But even if you don't feel it yet, the caffeine is starting to leave your system. Your body's slowly but surely adjusting to the absence of its favorite stimulant. And trust me, your brain is going to start taking notice pretty soon. Here's where things start to get real. Within the first hour, you may start to feel a slight dip in energy levels as the caffeine begins to leave your system. Remember that burst of energy you felt earlier? Yeah, that's starting to fade away. Your body's used to getting that caffeine kick, and now it's missing it. You might notice that you're not as sharp as you usually are. Focusing on tasks might become a little bit more challenging. You might even find yourself reaching for another cup of coffee out of pure habit. That's because caffeine works by blocking a neurotransmitter called adenosine. Adenosine is responsible for making you feel tired. When you consume caffeine, it binds to adenosine receptors in your brain, preventing adenosine from doing its job. This is why you feel more awake and alert after your morning coffee. But as the caffeine starts to wear off, adenosine swoops back in and binds to those receptors. And guess what? It's been waiting for this moment. It's like adenosine saying, okay, time to crash. After 3 hours, you might notice a headache starting to form. This is a common withdrawal symptom as your body adjusts to the lack of caffeine. The headache can range from a dull ache to a throbbing pain, and it can be really annoying. This is because caffeine causes your blood vessels to constrict. When you stop consuming caffeine, the blood vessels in your brain start to dilate again. This sudden change in blood flow can trigger a headache. It's like your brain is throwing a little protest party. And to make matters worse, dehydration can also contribute to headaches. Caffeine is a diuretic, which means it makes you pee more frequently. If you're not drinking enough water to compensate for the fluid loss, you're more likely to get dehydrated and experience headaches. So if you're feeling a headache coming on, make sure you're drinking plenty of water. You can also try applying a cold compress to your forehead, or taking an over-the-counter pain reliever if needed. Chapter 4. 6 hours in, irritability sets in. At the 6-hour mark, you could experience irritability and difficulty concentrating. Your body is craving its usual caffeine fix, and it's not happy about it. Remember how I said your brain starts to take notice? Well, now it's downright demanding answers. Caffeine withdrawal is a real thing, and it can mess with your mood. You might find yourself getting frustrated or agitated more easily than usual. Small things that wouldn't normally bother you might start to feel like a big deal. Patience? What's patience? And if you're used to relying on caffeine to power through your workday, you're probably going to struggle to stay focused. Caffeine helps to improve alertness and concentration, so when you take it away, it's natural to feel a bit foggy-headed. The good news is that these symptoms are usually temporary. They typically peak within the first 24 to 48 hours of quitting caffeine and then gradually start to subside. By 12 hours, you might feel more tired than usual. This is because your body is used to the stimulating effects of caffeine, and without it, you're running on fumes. You might feel like you could sleep for a week. Your body's natural sleep-wake cycle, also known as your circadian rhythm, is influenced by a number of factors, including light exposure and hormone production. Caffeine can disrupt this rhythm by interfering with the production of melatonin, a hormone that helps regulate sleep. When you consume caffeine, it suppresses melatonin production, making it harder to fall asleep at night. So, when you quit caffeine, your body starts producing melatonin again, and you might find yourself feeling sleepier than usual. At the 24-hour mark, withdrawal symptoms like headaches, fatigue, and mood swings can be more pronounced. This is the peak of withdrawal and it can be a bit rough. But hang in there, it gets better from here. Your body is still adjusting to the lack of caffeine, and it's throwing everything it has at you. You might experience a resurgence of those pesky headaches, you might feel exhausted even if you've had a good night's sleep, and your mood might be all over the place. The good news is that you've made it this far, you're through the worst of it. The withdrawal symptoms will start to gradually subside from this point on. After 48 hours, your body starts to adapt to the absence of caffeine. You may begin to feel a bit more normal, but some withdrawal symptoms can still linger. You're over the hump. You might notice that your energy levels are starting to stabilize. You're not as reliant on caffeine to get through the day. Those headaches are becoming less frequent and less intense. And your mood is improving. However, you might still experience some lingering withdrawal symptoms such as mild fatigue or difficulty concentrating. These symptoms are usually much milder than what you experienced in the first 48 hours, and they will continue to improve over time. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more health tips and wellness journeys. See you next time. Remember, quitting caffeine can be challenging, but it's definitely manageable. Listen to your body, be patient with yourself, and don't be afraid to ask for support if you need it. And if you do decide to indulge in a cup of coffee every now and then, enjoy it. Just be mindful of how much you're consuming and how it makes you feel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content.